Well, what's up guys? So I promised this video for you all and I'm going to get it up. Obviously it's up by now, but I wanted to get it up as soon as possible after the unboxing of this guy. So you guys asked for it, here it is. A lot of you have been asking me the questions and thanks for the comments on the last video and my Instagram and that sort of stuff, so I appreciate that. So a lot of you guys have been asking me what is the difference and should I get this guy over this guy? Or is this guy even worth it? That's the question I got today. So I'm going to answer this question for you guys and I'm going to let you know if the things that the 6 does have are worth it for upgrading to you, then definitely, but if they're not, stick to the 5. But we're going to get into that into more detail now. Without further waiting around, let's figure out which one of these guys you really want. Because who really knows these days? First things first, let's just do a little bit of a physical overview. I did a little bit on my last video, and the only difference I found between the two was the power modes. If you can see them in there, actually I'll pull them out and make it easy for you guys. I'm going to take them out anyway, so I'll pull them out so you guys can see it easier. Okay, so physically the only difference between the two I actually noticed was there is a small arrow on the lift tab of the 6. I don't know if you can see there, it's just up on top of there. So I don't know if that's anything to write home about, but yeah, that's the one difference you can see on the outside. The actual GoPro itself has some very subtle differences. There's the top, not much difference there, pretty much identical. You look on the side here, the only difference you can see is it says Hero 5 and Hero 6. On the bottom, exactly the same. The internals are exactly the same, so if you look inside, it's exactly the same. Same place for the SD card. The batteries are exactly the same. So we'll close that up. If you look on the side here, this is one of the only other differences on the camera. So if you look here, you can see one has the highlight button and the other has the power button. So the highlight button, if you guys don't know what that does, it if you press that while you're recording, it creates a marker on the app in your video. So at that point, you'll see it's like a little yellow marker above your video. So it's just if something good happens and you want to be able to find it easy later on, you can find it through highlights. So that's the really only good point of that. And if you say certain keywords, it will automatically add a highlight, and you won't even know it did for some of the keywords. So that's the physical side of the GoPros. There's literally no difference in the sizing whatsoever. The weight feels exactly the same if you ask me. The only thing that's different in it is the chip inside it, and it allows, well basically it allows different things to happen. So we'll talk about a bit of the differences now. So between the two, the 5 has a maximum of 4K at 30 frames per second, whereas the 6 shoots 4K at 60 frames per second. Now this was something really I was more interested about because I keep my workflow all on 4K if I'm just using the GoPro. And then I like to shoot a lot of stuff in slow-mo, so 60 frames per second is good. It's not great, but it's good enough, and I can work with it since it's 4K. I mean, I don't have another camera that shoots 4K at 60 frames per second. I mean, I've got the A7S II, which can't even do that, and it's like 5 times more expensive than a GoPro, which is insane. So if you're just quickly asking, like, if you're thinking in your head, why can the GoPro shoot 4K 60 frames per second versus the A7S II, which is a mirrorless high-end video camera? Well, basically the sensor is a lot different in the two. The sensor in the A7S II is a lot bigger. The sensor in the GoPro is a lot smaller. You're going to get a lot more detail in your shots, and the color profile is going to be a lot different too. Okay, so the point of this video, which was, which should I get? Should I upgrade to the 6? Should I stay with the 5? Or should I buy the 5 instead of the 6? Or should I get the 6 instead of the 5? So many questions, who really knows? It depends for each person, really. So basically the reason I went for the 6 is because I really wanted image stabilization of 4K, because I do a lot of my work at 4K, and if I can get some good action shots at 4K, then I was willing to pay the extra money, and I just sold the 5, so it only didn't cost me that much extra really to upgrade. So if you want the 6 because of those reasons I mentioned before, do it. If you want the 6 just because it's the newest best thing, I probably wouldn't do it, because it's not going to make your videos that much better or anything that much better, and it's not going to make much of a difference to your whole overall production, if that makes sense. So personally, the only reason I got it is just for the 4K image stabilization and 60 frames per second. If you didn't have that, I probably wouldn't have got it. I mean, the better color profiles and the better quality and the better sound is basically just a little bit like the cherry on top of it, I guess, because those things are great, but they don't make a video. If you can't really afford it, or you're like, well, do I not eat for a week so I can afford it? You're probably better off eating, because your videos aren't going to be much better because of it. Other than that, guys, there really isn't that much difference between them. So the choice is yours, honestly, but that's the reason I got the 6 over the 5. If you do want to get rid of the 5, sell it soon and buy the 6. Other than that, keep the 5. But yeah, there's my 2 cents. If you guys have other reasons, obviously I missed a lot of reasons, but I just said why I personally wanted to upgrade to the 6. So let me know the reasons you guys upgraded, or you want to upgrade, or you didn't upgrade, because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking now, well, yeah, you're probably right, I don't need to spend the extra couple $100 if I sell the 5. I'll spend the full 750 Australian dollars, which is $500 US, just for those couple of extra things. For those of you who don't have a 5 and you are thinking of getting one or the other, I'd say go buy a second-hand 5, because they're going to become super cheap soon. You could get maybe 3 for the price of one of these 6s second-hand. I mean, obviously, maybe 2 if you're lucky. If you get a good quality one, you probably get 2 for the price of this one. I think that's a better option for you guys, because if you're just getting into it, the 5 will do fine. It has the same video, it has the same audio ports. You can connect a mic out to it, a mic into it. Sorry. The differences aren't that big. So if you don't really know how you could use the improved 6 in your workflow, stick with the 5. As simple as that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know why you upgraded, why you didn't upgrade, why you stick with 5, why you're sticking with the 4 even, or why you don't have a GoPro because you hate GoPros. Plenty of reasons. Let me know, guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. I'm going to do another video soon on the comparison between 2, so we can get like an in-depth breakdown, so we can actually see if the differences are that much. I've heard they're not, but I like to test it myself and see, and I can give you guys a bit of an overview on it. I'd like to keep it short, because who wants to sit and watch this for ages? So appreciate it, guys, and until next time, peace out.